In the rugged heart of the Colorado Rockies lies Rollins Pass, a place where history, determination, and nature collide. Long before the railroad or the settlers, this high mountain corridor served as a travel route for the Native American tribes who crossed its ridges to trade and hunt across the Continental Divide. In the 1860s, as pioneers pushed west, John Quincy Adam Rollins, a merchant from Central City, envisioned a wagon road that would link the booming mining towns of the western slope to Denver. His Rollins Pass Road, sometimes called Boulder Wagon Road, was steep, rough, and often snow-choked, but it opened a crucial gateway through the mountains. Thanks for joining Overland Squared as we explore Rollins Pass West. "7:30 in the morning, just woke up. You'll notice there's some changes have been made. No longer in the tent. So we've set this up to be inside the Jeep for the winter. And so I'll have to show you guys the setup, but got the heater going. Actually worked out really well. Slept great. And this is kind of how we're going to run things over the winter and get out and do some camping. So here in a sec, I'll get out and show you guys where we stayed, and then we're gonna see what we can get into today. So we came up to Rollins Pass West, I should say. And it's just outside of Fraser, Colorado. The town of Winter Park is just down the hill. Of course, drove up here last night. Picked a spot and kind of lucked out. Ended up staying right next to a little stream. Should be a beautiful day. We are going to go, there's a old mining bridge on this trail that I really want to go check out. Like, as far as difficulty, I think it's a 2. It's not going to be anything crazy, but that really is one of the reasons why I took the tent off. Really hard on gas mileage. Was having some serious condensation issues in it, and open it up and having it be wet and having to dry it out. I need to either get a better one. I do love the IU cab, but I think it's just the age of that one. It's just going to need some work. And then being able to do some more rock crawling, off-roading. Something about that weight on the top of this. Maybe it's because it's on the rack, so it's even higher. It was, 3-4 inches, maybe even 6 inches above the top of the vehicle. And then to have that 200-pound tent with bedding in it really did make this feel a little bit top-heavy. And really started to kind of enjoy going on some of these harder trails. And so I'm just going to try it out. And if I change my mind, I still have it, and put it back on it. But let's finish getting coffee made, and then I'll show you guys the setup. Let's get that sitting for a minute. Make some coffee. So you can see, change it a little bit. Got me just a paving brick that I can lean that heater up against, because I noticed when I was testing, I melted the back a little bit. The thing does get smoking hot. And then just created a little flap for the window. Not the best seal, but it also lets a little vent, and I'm able to kind of aim the heat in the cab where I want it. So it only takes about 5-6 minutes maybe to break it down. And I do plan on running another tube to the intake, so then I can recirculate the air that's in the tent and not have to heat the cold air from the outside. I think that'll make a huge difference. But we'll get this all broke down and we'll get headed on the trail. get to wake up, make a cup of coffee, and by 8 a.m. be looking at this. Pretty lucky to live here. So that is the reason for the trip to Rollins Pass West, is I wanted to see that bridge. Pretty freaking cool. By the early 1900s, the dream of crossing the divide by rail gave birth to the Denver Northwestern and Pacific Railway. Led by the visionary David H. Moffett, the Moffett Road, as it became known, climbed nearly 12,000 feet over Rollins Pass, one of the highest standard gauge railways ever built. The crews battled blizzards, unstable rock, deadly avalanches. Wooden snow sheds lined the tracks, but the winters often buried entire trains. For a brief time, the line stood as a symbol of Colorado's bold frontier spirit, but by 1928, the opening of the Moffett Tunnel, boring directly beneath the divide, rendered the pass obsolete for rail traffic. Today, Rollins Pass West endures as a historic landmark, a place of breathtaking beauty and quiet echoes. The remnants of trestles and tunnels tell the stories of those who dared to cross the roof of the Rockies, and of the relentless human drive to reach what lies beyond. Thanks for joining us on another Overland Squared adventure, where it's always adventure to the power of exploration. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share the journey. Stay safe, and we'll see you on the trail.